Alright, welcome. We're going to get started just a little bit early so I can get everything set up for this. Alright, properties, capture specific window, Pyre. Alright. And we're going to set that up. And we're going to switch over. There we go. Switch back real fast. Turn that up. Alrighty. Hello, Hinkle. Hello, Riot. Hello, Damien. Welcome to the new game that we are starting right now. We are doing Pyre. Alright, let's get some settings here. Ooh. Options. Subtitles on. Vibration on. Oh, subtitles on. Move list, hurry text, alright. Alright. Let's go back. Controls. Alright. Apparently it is not recognizing. Oh, there we go. Alright, we got controller up here. Alrighty. A, B, I'm going to assume that's X. Alright. Cool. Alright. Confusion, welcome! I need to adjust some things here real fast, so I'll tab over. Alright. Oh no, Damien, I am so sorry to hear about that. Hopefully this will be a good distraction from that. Also, hello to everybody from Pocoyo. Stream mascot Power is in the stream tonight. He's observing as we go through this and do things that I don't have words for because I am not apparently talking good today. Well, Damien, my sympathies to you. Alright. Alright, yeah, so that is B. And oh my, this is a very pretty game. This is a very, very pretty game. What does About have to say for us? Alright. Alright, so are we ready? Are we ready to get started with Pyre? Are we ready to enter the rites? I'm hoping so. I've been looking forward to this one. I think this one is going to be really, really good. So, yeah, by the way, Riot, your name 1. This is Pocoyo. Tell me that I'm pronouncing that correctly. If not, I will fix it. He has already helped us out once. We have activated Stream Mascot Power. We have activated Chocobo Power to get us through a difficult dungeon, and it was working. So, I think we're going to be seeing more of him. Hello, Sonata. Welcome. We're about to get started with this. Alright. Are we ready? Are we ready? Alright, let's do this. Start campaign. Ooh, Pyre. Okay. Ooh. I'm in control. What's happening? What's going on? Your days in the downside brought slow, lonesome agony. Now, as you lie yielding to the elements, something rumbles into view. 3 shapes emerge, each clad in strange attire. Downside, a vast purgatory into which the Commonwealth casts its convicts and its enemies. None have been known to return from the Forsaken Land. Huh. Another piece of filth expelled from the Commonwealth. Commonwealth, a proud country risen from the ashes of a fallen empire, home to a multitude of ethnic groups, founded on principles of mercy and kinship, whose exact meanings evolved through many centuries. See? Right on schedule. What'd I tell you? You told us we'd find someone alive. Someday. I said we'd find someone alive someday. Just not today, I guess, but don't be glum. You know I see you frowning underneath that mask. Looks like he's breathing. The masked wanderer presumes you are male. Interact to change this. Huh. Nope, we're male. I'm loving this music, by the way. This is already great. It seems he still is. Then stand aside. I shall send him to a better place. No. Don't kill me. He's a he? Can you people just tell? Hang on. The markings on his rags. I think he's one of them. But look at him. He's beyond our help, and we are beyond his. Really? You can specify gender neutral. Huh. That is very cool. Broken, shaking, starving, probably diseased? Yeah, good luck with that there, chum. See you back at the wagon. Indeed, the day grows dim. You have at best an hour. Understood. I won't be long. After the others leave, the man turns towards you and begins unfastening his mask. Hello, my friend. Don't care who you are or what you did. None of that matters anymore. All of us, we're equal nothings here. You are parched, and he gives you drink. You ache, and he binds your wounds. You hunger, and he gives you food. Little by little, it helps. There. Turns out you're tougher than you look. Name's Hedwyn. Now, come on. He is one of the 3 masked wanderers who found you clinging to life in the downside. You sense no ill intent as he helps you up and leads you to an old black wagon. Nothing like the stately vessels that paraded Commonwealth criminals through alabaster streets. Hedwyn beckons you to enter the black wagon. Step inside. Ooh. The weather-beaten wagon is as much of a mess inside as out. You see the masked woman and the talkative creature taking stock of ancient-looking books. I'm back. And with a guest. She loosens the clasps on her mask. You may call me Jodariel. She is the most imposing of the 3 masked wanderers who found you clinging to life. And as for myself, the small one struggles with his mask. Jodariel soon assists him. Ow! It's a dog with a mustache. Oh god, this game. That is to say, you may regard me by the name of Rookie Greentail. He is the smallest, yet loudest, of the 3 masked wanderers who found you clinging to life. Such pleasantries out of the way, the horned woman then motions to the others. She glances at you sidelong as she speaks. Can he do it? Hope so. I haven't asked him yet. What? And what are we waiting for? Hey, chum. Nice meeting you and all, but tell me something. You know how to read or what? He is asking if you are a reader. Reader, one who can derive meaning from text. Literacy has been prohibited for centuries. Those with knowledge of the old ways violate the law of the land. Do I admit it? Over time, you managed to learn something of the old ways in spite of Commonwealth decree. Deny it. Literacy is a serious crime. No one in his right mind would dare violate the law of the land. Or remain silent. Who you are or what you did to earn your sentence is no one's business but your own. I think we're going to admit it. I personally am a reader. I love to read. That's one of the things that, I mean, if I spend time curled up with a book, it's a good day. But, you confirm their suspicions. There's no use trying to hide it now. Well then, glory days! Because it just so happens my associates and I, we got ourselves some nice material here for someone just like you. Reader, you still live thanks to us. We ask for something modest in exchange. Open one of those books back there and tell us what it says. Sorry to put you on the spot like this, my friend. The exiles indicate the books in their possession. Have a look. Ooh. Ah, look. Little interactivity. Lone minstrel. A figure sits very still in the corner of the wagon. Now is not the time to check on him. Black Wagon's common room must be back there. They do not feel very welcome now. Side door. Beyond lies the boundless downside. Even if you could run, you would not get far. Colorful robes and ceremonial masks adorn one of the wagon's walls. Odd creatures. Hungry-looking creatures roost near some sort of attic. There's nothing you can do for them now. Intricate sigil. A symbol of some sort is set in the wagon's floorboards. You cannot sense its purpose. What is that? Rickety ladder. It likely leads to the wagon's centrifuge, judging by the gibbering creatures up there. Alright. One of several such heavy, ominous volumes. The exiles you meet seem very interested in them. You pick up one of the old and heavy volumes, bound in materials you do not recognize. Hold on a second, I want to do something real fast. Forward. A formal welcome undersigned by the 8 scribes. You, dear reader, are an exile of the downside, such as we, the 8 who wrote this book of rights. That you possess it and have the capacity to glean its words is testament enough to your potential. Thus, we reveal a path from this forsaken place to freedom, a homecoming and glory. The stars themselves shall be your guide. Ere the turning of the year's first solstice, seek the nearest longitude beneath the brightest of 8 as they align as is shown. Arrive as a triumvirate, clad in the raiments of the rites, bearing this book. Oblige the voice that tells you more. Sag! Welcome! Inspect. Interact or press Y for a cleaner look at this text. Okay, that's okay. And things, as the stars align under this sign, we're supposed to go to the nearest longitude beneath the brightest of the 8 stars. Arrive as a triumvirate. Oblige the voice that tells you more. The book describes a complicated method through which exiles can return to the Commonwealth. The words swim through your mind as headwind gets your attention. Well, friend, what does it say? But then your vision starts to fade and blur. You feel your body weaken and give out. I'm loving this already. This is great. This is beautiful. I'm loving the way they're telling the story. I think this is going to be one of the best games we ever done.
Pyre, dare you tamper with forbidden knowledge? So soon after your sentence into exile. 'Tis true what the book says. You can be free again. Perhaps not you yourself, but someone worthy of the privilege. You witness now the path toward salvation. You witness the rights, the one way to return to glory. Though in your case, I hardly think it possible. Yet, by the grace of the scribes, it is my duty to inform you anyhow.
It worked. So it is true. Yeah, but what now? And where'd the reader go? He should be out there still. For now, we have to put our faith in him. He could abandon us. He won't. You look upon the three of them from beyond as Hedwyn then calls out to you. Reader, we aim to free ourselves. We will not grow old and die in the downside. And now, I swear to you, when we get out of here, you're going to come with us. But first, we need your help. Show us the way. Freedom. You focus all your mental faculties to do as Hedwyn asked.
A celestial orb falls from the heavens when the time is nigh. Exiles conduct the rites as a triumvirate, for they must prove their trust in one another, not just in themselves. The three must act as one. Now plunge into the pyre with the orb and be purified. Yes, the exiled Rookie has the way of it. Whoever steps into the flame is banished for a time. His or her cohorts must make do on their own. Oh, but it is not so simple. In the rites you shall face adversaries whose own freedom is at stake. Beware the aura that surrounds them, as they shall beware yours. The aura is your wrongdoing. Accept it as a part of you. Cast your aura like a stone. Correctly done. Again. Just so. A glorious performance, I admit. More than I expected from the likes of you. Grasp the orb once more. The orb absorbs the aura, then the orb quenches the flame. Now I say jump. Leap with all your strength.
Okay.
Now snuff out the adversary's pyre, whilst yours yet burns.
Oof.
Be gone, you lot.
Boom!
Absolution.
Yeah, it's basketball except religion. Basically.
guilt and glory's path.
Oh.
Banishment. No sign of the Beyonders, I'm afraid. 'Twas a crushing blow against their pyre.
No!
You left yourselves wide open.
I'm well aware. Shut up.
The orb is loose. Beyonders banished to the last. The rite is complete. There, dear reader.
Yeah, Sonata, are you telling me that Ball is actually life?
This was but a glimpse of that which lies ahead.
Oh boy.
I would tell you to turn back. Cast down your hope. But all those such as you never listen.
Why does the narrator have to be an asshole? That's new. The narrator's an asshole. Okay. All right. That is absolutely apple juice, Riot. That is absolutely totally apple juice. Don't worry about that. The others are still picking themselves up as you awaken. Well, that was something. That was our way out. So now we just follow the stars, or what? Supposedly. Reader, come, let us regard the night. Jodariel leads you outside, where a clear night sky awaits. Now, show us, before the howlers catch our scent, where shall the rites commence? Rites, an ancient ritual competition through which the worthiest exiles gain their freedom. The 8 scribes gave their freedom so that we may yet have ours. Prayer from the Book of Rites. You gaze at the stars. Seek out your destination. God, this game is pretty! Like, this game is super duper fucking pretty. Goal, the South Star. The South Star burns bright over a massive ridge of stone much farther than the naked eye can see. Interact to determine the location of the next rite. Ooh. 200 leagues due east. The Ridge of Gol. The fossil remains of the serpent titan slain by Golathanian yet loom over those living in its shadow. Great. And we're supposed to be there when exactly? Very soon, according to the stars. You should be able to arrive in time, if you make haste. Then we had best get started. Well, this ought to be good for a few laughs at least. What do you say, Jody? Jodariel turns to you, studying you. Reader, do not deceive us. Pray we make good use of our remaining time. What she means is, glad to have you aboard, chump. We're counting on you, my friend. See you inside. Freedom. The rights are the key. It's a lot to take in. Your fellow exiles await you in the wagon. Join them. It's beautiful, and it's foreboding without being grim. Oh my god! Downside Prairie. God, this is beautiful! You arrive in Downside Prairie, One of the downside's only verdant regions. It only gets less hospitable as you press further north. Where the road ahead is forked, there's a lack of consensus about which way to proceed. I'm telling you, we ought to take the northern pass. Got an associate holed up in Hollowroot to pay a visit to besides. Hollowroot, the northern route to the Ridge of Gaul, goes through a small exile encampment. Every so often, tempests come and scour away the huts and hovels, but they always crop back up. Fie on your associate. Best we head to Bloomingpool and avoid attention. Bloomingpool, the southern route to the Ridge of Gaul, goes through a humid area pocked with hot springs. Runoff from the sandfolds means no bathing in the springs, so they're just there to mock you. Aww. And get stuck in a bog while we're at it. I love his necklace is a bone. His other necklace is a paw print. Oh dear. Yeah, the explanations built into the text are great. I'm loving it. The dispute continues as Hedwyn listens for a while. Hedwyn, he wanders the downside in search of a way to regain his freedom and return to his home. What if the reader settled this? He marks the way. We get us there. If these rites are meant to test our faith, then we'd best learn to trust the reader's instincts on our path. No second-guessing him along the way. Can we all live with that for now? Oh god, his tail is green. Yeah, sure. If necessary. God, I love her design. I love her design. It is... Oh. And it looks like something somebody would actually, like, fucking wear. Like, Riot, we're sad to see you go, but I'm glad you could stop by. We understand how homework goes. I went through college myself. Apple juice. God, I love Jodariel's design. I love all of... Oh god, yeah. Seg, I'm looking forward to cosplay of this game so much. And it's stuff like... just little touches. And oh god. I know Confusion said that they were gonna do this game. Cosplay Jodariel, actually. Yeah, her hair is braided around her horn. That is really nice. Oh, God. Then it's settled. Just point the way, my friend. The stars guide us through you. You may now choose a route towards your goal at certain junctures. Weigh the options. Oh, God, this game is so pretty! Hollow Route. Ruki knows someone here who owes him. Jodariel thinks she can find rare flora here. Oh. Riot, I will put that on my playlist. I will do that. Amazing by Mystery Skulls. Will do. Oh, and this soundtrack, this game soundtrack, I've already listened to all of it, is amazing. Just like, Alright. Well, let's see here. Let's see what the, I think this is a little bit about who you want to please. I think it's also about what kind of bonus or not bonus you're going to get by going there. Let's go meet some other exiles. God, this game. Atmospheric. Like... As you pass through this squalid little area, you hear boisterous voices coming from what looks to be a public house. Ruki, he's an opportunistic and well-connected cur still clinging to his once comfortable lifestyle. Stumbles forth from it, holding something in his paws. Oh, hey chum. Just wrapping up a real important exchange back there. Hang on to this for me, will you? We'll have to drop it off if we head further north. You received a plain parcel. You cannot tell what is inside. This item can be sold at the slug market. Certain types of luxury goods somehow find their way down to the downside. Journey onward. God, this soundtrack. The black wagon grinds to a stop at the base of the ridge of Goal. The others ask you to assist with making preparations for nightfall and the commencement of the rite. Page revealed, the first exile. Let's go into the black wagon, see what there is. Greentail family portrait. A reasonable likeness of a younger Rookie with his mother and uncle. Aww. Lone minstrel. A figure sits very still in the corner of the wagon. He's unresponsive. Seems to be alive. You observe the man slumped in the corner of the wagon, bearing some sort of stringed instrument. You sense he lives, but nothing more. It seems inopportune to ask him about him now. Confusion? What do you mean that wording is weird? Observe the masks and robes, whose old engravings and embroideries suggest a formal purpose. Some of the garments are massive, while others are so small they might fit a child. Oh yeah, the dogs are the curs, that's right. Headwind's cooking tins. What passes for cooking supplies on the downside, Headwind does most of the cooking. Nothing there. A symbol is set in the wagon's floorboards. The Book of Rites describes the need for such a thing. There's the book. There's back to the exit. Sonata, what game? The first exile. In the words of Golathanian, the Master General. You know perhaps the thrice-cursed name of Solium Mur, the Emperor of Sar, the first exile, and my liege. This chapter concerns him and those who found him in the downside. Each of us was sent to take his life. Such was the hatred for him and in and around his country. Yet we found in Solium Mur a man transformed in body, mind, and spirit, a man deserving of much more than mercy. In time he named us all his scribes, and he became the 8th. It is my greatest honor now to share with you his deeds. To know his story is to know the rites. Ah. Second son, yeah, okay, that would be great. Drive Imp. Creatures such as this must have been bred to drive the black wagon along. Huh. You observe the ladder leading to the locked enclosure above the cabin. The wagon's centrifuge must be up there. Its drive imps stare down at you with big, wet eyes. Where's Joe Dario? Okay. Hey, chum. Appreciate you taking us up through Hollow Route back there. About that. Are you certain that parcel will fetch us an adequate price at the slug market? Crude trading post found in the downside. Commonwealth contraband sometimes finds its way to the downside where it is traded and sold. Surely we could have procured some sort of rare fungus had we gone the other way. As much as I love the idea of procuring rare fungus there, Jody. She's a grim, long-time resident of the downside, grown accustomed to surviving there. We said we wouldn't go around second-guessing our good chum's decisions there, right? Joe Dario says nothing in response, but soon changes the subject. Night falls. Come along, Greentail. We have much left to prepare. The two of them go about rummaging through the raiments and books strewn about the wagon, leaving you to your own devices. View the roster. Your fellow exiles' living quarters are functional, but little else. I've played Second Son before, actually, Sonata, so yeah, I agree. It's very good. In the common room, you may view various notes and observations about your fellow exiles and their respective paths towards enlightenment in the rites. Ah, it's the character menu. Hedwyn, Nomad. Glory, 20. Glory being his damage dealt to the Pyre. Presence is 13. His aura size, one's inner and outer strength combined. That's interesting, because that contradicts something the voice said. The voice said that the aura is your sin, but this says it's your strength. Interesting. Quickness. One's swiftness of body and reflex. Hope. One's progress towards a deeper understanding. One's capacity to see the light in things. Respawn time. Gotcha. So, when you're banished, your hope brings you back. Okay. Talisman pockets. To some, the power of such artifacts is mere superstition, but to others, they confer certain advantages. Don't have any of those yet, I think. Hedwyn's Masteries. Okay. Masteries make exiles more effective in their rites. He would gain a mastery at rank 2, gain enlightenments to unlock masteries. Mastery over one's body, mind, and spirit are essential to prevailing in the rites. The free spirit. He wanders the downside in search of a way to regain his freedom and return to his home. His powers. He can cast. He throws his aura in a straight line. He can jump to evade adversaries' auras, and sprint to run faster. He is a nomad by race. Men and women cast from the Commonwealth, stripped of name, home, and title. They came from all directions towards the Commonwealth, where at last they settled, some of them. His past occupation is outrider. They ensured the high-wing remnants never flew far from their mountain nests. Those who served on the blood border were taught to always watch the skies. So he was a soldier? Fighter of some sort? Astral sign, unknown. You do not yet know his astral sign. One's astral sign often foretells of one's disposition, strengths, and idiosyncrasies. Sentencing, crime, unknown. As mercy guides our hand, we spare your lives, but rid ourselves of you from the sentencing ceremony. Well, that's interesting. That's a cruel mercy, definitely. Motive. You do not yet know what motivated Hedwyn to do whatever he did to earn his sentence. On the downside, one's past tends not to be a subject for discussion. Years exiled. You do not yet know for how long Hedwyn has been living in exile. Some withstand the downside for no longer than a day or two, while others last for many, many years. Commentary! Welcome, and oh boy, I think you're going to enjoy this commentary. This game is right up your fucking alley. Storytelling and amazing design. Observations. He is the one who nursed you back from the brink after finding you in the downside. His genial manner suggests that life in exile has not yet broken his spirit. He wears a bronze clasp identical to that of Jodario, suggesting the two of them may have met before their exile. He has not yet revealed what he did to earn his sentence. Jodario, Demon, Glory 30, one's worth in the eyes of the 8 scribes. Presence 23, Quickness 6, Hope 9, Rank Melancholy. The Fallen Soldier. She is a grim, long-time resident of the downside, grown accustomed to surviving there. She can jump, rush, and cast. Personal race demon. Former men and women who survived in exile long enough to be transformed by it. All are welcome here, save demons such as you. From the sentencing of Chief Physician Oralek. Past, veteran. Everyone served on the Commonwealth's blood border. Those who excelled remained. Clashes with the High Wing remnants were frequent, though the greatest wars had passed. So she's also a soldier, and potentially met Hedwyn while being a soldier. But yeah, exiled for much longer, exiled before he was. Astral sign unknown. Crime unknown, motive unknown, years exiled unknown. She seems to be responsible for the Black Wagon's security. Her features suggest she has lived in exile for much longer than the others. Her grim outlook and the fact that she still wears the bronze clasp of the Commonwealth blood border suggest a military background, though what she did to earn her sentence you did not know. Do not yet know. Commentary, good! Confusion. What did you not know was there? Rookie. Occur. Glory 15, Presence 3, Quickness 18, and Hope 25. So he is very hopeful and very fast, but not very strong. He is an opportunistic and well-connected cur, still clinging to his once comfortable lifestyle. He can cast, jump, and sprint. He's a cur. Swift, dog-like creatures known for their loyalty, optimism, and appreciation for the simple things. The Alpha Chiefs would later say their kind went soft no sooner than they joined the Commonwealth. Interesting. Past, trafficker. Dealing with contraband for long enough can lead to making many strange acquaintances. What remains now of the fallen empire's old and tarnished currency is still of value to some. Thank you, Sonata. I really appreciate that. Astral sign unknown, crime unknown, motive unknown, years exiled unknown. Observations. He seems to be the most well-connected of the masked wanderers who found you and knows something of the land. He has a rather opportunistic disposition, and his ostentatious clothing suggests a lucrative background in the mercantile business. Even still, you do not yet know for sure what he did to earn his sentence. Alright. Well, alright. Let's go back. Commence the rite. You reach the celestial landmark. Now to get everything and everyone prepared. Interact to begin your first true trial. As darkness falls, your fellow exiles stand together, clad in the raiments of the rites. The preparations are set. However, everything is still in calm. Soon they grow restless. Keep telling you there's nothing here. What a bunch of idiots we are. If we traveled all this way for nothing. I don't think we did. Look up. Okay, am I the only one bothered by the fact that it's not a complete pentagram? I don't like that it doesn't finish. It bugs me. It doesn't finish. Oh boy. God, this music.
Freedom! The stars align at last. You reach the Ridge of Gold at the appointed time, and your triumvirate is ready. Your adversaries in the rites this eve shall be the accusers. Whosever pyre yet burns once the other is extinguished shall step closer to freedom.
They get a different symbol than I do.
The rites commence.
Okay, so they're all human. The stars are aligned and your pyre burns bright. Across from your companions appear several others also clad in raiments. Your adversaries in the rights. Everyone ready? Let's hope so. Be still. We have a visitor. The one whom she refers to, step forward. At last, the Night Wings grace us with their presence. The Night Wings, the name of a triumvirate in blue. Seems your fellow exiles have assumed their identity. I see that the reports of your demise have been exaggerated after all. Even I was beginning to think you were gone for good. Nobody moves, save for the man robed in gold who unfastens his mask. Surprised to see old Lendl again? Lendl. He is the apparent leader of the exile triumvirate you encountered at the Ridge of Gaul. I trust you remember my face, though you must have assumed never to see it again after last time. Never had I come so close to freedom, only for you to dash my hopes. Now, I and the accusers shall repay that affront. What? He shoves his mask back on and takes position with his comrades. It is time. From the shadows, you clutch the Book of Rites and focus on the task at hand. Oh boy, here we go.
Begin! Engulfed within the aura.
Ah! Boom!
Have the accusers underestimated you?
Love this music!
The orb!
Oh, bugger. Oh, I'm gonna play it safe. Oh dear.
Splendid.
Boom!
Glory!
Whew! No, I shall not accept defeat from you again. Hear me, accusers! An exile triumvirate clad in gold. Their leader harbors ill will for something he thinks you did. Stand your ground. Let your auras boil and rage.
It seems that you have flustered the accusers.
We're getting there, but they've hunkered down. Fine, then we shall disrupt their formation.
Have you any idea what that Lendl did to deserve his exile?
Okay, so...
A daring display.
Oh!
Flinging the orb into the flames like that.
Because they get it if I screw it up.
Banishment using such tricks. An opportunity.
Yeah.
The orb, take it.
Boom!
Such well.
All right, fast boy.
End the ceremony. Go.
Damn it, I'm hitting the wrong buttons.
Bye-bye, headwind.
Oh, shit. Boom!
Barely a mark against that flame.
Oh, shit. It doesn't do as much damage if you don't throw yourself in. Shit. No!
See what transpired there?
Ow!
A banishment. Tata Lendl.
Ah! Having problems sealing the deal.
Another banishment.
Gotcha!
It's done.
Whew!
You have prevailed. Rejoice.
Oh god, it only gets harder from here, doesn't it?
Fleeting victory. Guron Salashe.
Your deceit may have earned you a hollow victory, but know this. Accusers will not forget your wickedness, and when next we meet, you will rue the day.
Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes. The exiled Jodariel has gained enlightenment. Only the enlightened can regain their freedom.
We have withstood worse nights than this, though few as strange. Choose a mastery for Jodariel. Sins of the Fallen Emperor. Right masteries enhancing a demon's strength and physical prowess. Boons of the First Exile. Rights enhancing a demon's spirit and sheer force of will. As he fell into the downside, Solium Moore understood at last the consequences of his hedonistic reign. The Fallen Emperor Moore moved past his many failings as a man, achieving selflessness in exile. So I've got Long Stride. After using her rush to lunge forward, Jodariel can rush again right away. Mur's more ambitious predecessors subsumed one culture after another in the name of their empire. Relentless Vigor. After banishing an adversary, Jodariel instantly recovers all her stamina. Solium Mur relinquished comfort, lineage, and title, yet still cling to life. Interesting. So, okay, this tree culminates in me being able to banish adversaries by flinging the orb directly into them. This one culminates in adversaries banished by Jodariel take 30% longer than usual to return. Whew! Also, that one means that I get plus 35 strength to my Pyre, raising the size of the aura. I think Relentless Vigor is how we're going to do this one. I'm probably doing this wrong. Who knows? After the rites, the accusers disappear into the darkness. As you return to the wagon, in the still night sky, you see a single star burns brighter than the rest, beckoning you onward. I've heard a lot of the difficulty spike. Some of it comes from the AI. The AI gets better, but it's also that your enemies level up just like you do. And they get some of the same stuff that you do, which can be annoying, but... Well, my friends, what can I say? The rites are real, and we're in. The Getting Out of Here Club! Next up on the agenda. Keep chasing stars till we're free. Until we are free.
Concealed vidias.
Until we're free. Here, here. Sounds fine. Might as well be us instead of Lendl back there. Lendl the liar. He's the cold-mannered head of the accusers, bears an old grudge against the Nightwings. Yeah, confusion. I know what's coming. Anyway, guess we better start packing. As the others go about their business, Hedwyn turns to you.
Liberatus.
Reader, come walk with me while the stars are still out. You and Hedwyn walk in silence for a time before he speaks up.
Qui sentirna.
You have questions. Come, ask away. We need you in on this for the long haul. Hedwyn wishes to know if anything is troubling you. Ask why he was exiled. Everyone has their reasons. At this point, you would like to know his. You ask Hedwyn what he did to get sentenced to living in the downside. He maintains eye contact and his smile.
Som deras.
Good question, my friend. We're going to have a lot of time to discuss that and many other things. Make you a deal. Read the stars for us again, and I'll tell you all about it on the way. You sense he speaks truly as he beckons towards the fading dark above. You gaze at oh, I only get one question. Shit. Fuck. Seek out your destination. The goal of the South Star is faint. Jomwer, the Dusk Star. The Dusk Star burns bright over an ancient spring in Jomwer Valley. Oh boy, that looks nasty.
Kerapacitas.
That's a long way north and west. We'll see if this old wagon's fit for it. Then he turns to the others.
Peleo senta.
How's it going, Rookie? Imps fed, wheels clean.
Certabase.
Status, Jody? No sign of howlers. Everything is secure.
Gratia.
Good. Then get some rest. We're headed to the spring of Jomwer. At dawn, we're off. According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The Alpha Chief hoped bathing here would cure his ailments, but it only made him itch. Yeah, let's look at the black wagon real fast. Hey, there's Rookie again. You find Rookie rummaging in the corner of the black wagon. Hey, chum. Know what? It's good having somebody else around. There. Know what? It's good having somebody else around besides those two. So, come to think of it, there's something I wanted to get your take on. You have to promise to tell me honestly. Would you say... What I mean is, He hesitates, trying to find the words. I'm gonna stop my mic from... never mind. What I'm trying to say is, you sense something serious is troubling him. He moves in very close, making sure no one else is in earshot. It's about my mustache. What? It's about... It's about your mustache? I've been getting some conflicting reports about it. Would you say my mustache, that it makes me look a bit, you know, unscrupulous? This is going to be my life, isn't it? This is going to be my life. It's going to be heart-pounding religious combat, deep philosophical questions, and mustaches on dogs. This is going to be my life. Say it looks perfectly fine. It is very handsome, and if anything, gives him a distinguished sort of look. Say he might be better off without it. Something about it makes him appear less trustworthy and perhaps less youthful, too. Say nothing. His appearance is not your concern, nor is a drawn-out discussion on personal grooming. I think it's adorable. I think it's adorable that the dog has a mustache. So he's gonna keep the mustache, okay? I'm not gonna tell him I hate his mustache. It's cute. He's fluffy. You suggest that Ruki's mustache looks perfectly fine. He grins wide at you. And oh my god, I just noticed he has a gold tooth. Like, he has a gold tooth. That is adorable. Couldn't agree more, chum. I knew straight away that you're a real judge of character. Anyway, gotta check the wheels again for mites. See you around. Good night, Hinkle. Hope you enjoyed it. Stop by again. He bounds off out of the wagon. He gained +1 hope for the next rite. Nothing new in the books. Hedwyn's foraging. Lone Minstrel is still unresponsive. Nothing new in the character stuff. Okay. Continue your journey. Path to freedom beckons you to press on. You've not yet been to this region of the downside. Ruki knows this mountain path passed through to an arid region further north. Oh, that is such a beautiful transition! Holy shit! The climate here in Jomur Valley is hot and uncomfortable. On top of that, we have a stowaway. Home? Can we go home? We can go home? She's holding sticks. Everything. She's got several different of the star designs. Interesting. You're strange. She must have latched onto the undercarriage as you cross the ridge. Her manner is odd, though you sense she means no harm. She must have overheard some of your fellow exiles' conversations. You need but say the word, Hedwyn. Oh, come on. You can't be serious, Jody. She's just some kid who managed to climb aboard our wagon undetected, but still. Do it, Jody. Judariel approaches the girl and looms over her. Listen to me, girl. We cannot guarantee that we shall get you home, or any one of us. But at present, we have room for you, and adequate provisions. You may accompany us for the time. Jodariel leaves without awaiting a response. Okay! That was not how I expected that to go. I was not expecting, hey, you can tag along with us, we've got enough food. Okay. Jodariel leaves without awaiting a response, presumably to make room in the wagon for your new guest. The stowaway is overjoyed at this. Really? You're so kind. And you're most kind to someone you just met, like me. May the 8 scribes smile upon you all. 8 scribes. Some revere them as gods, believing that they bound themselves to exile so that others could live free. Centuries of oral tradition have shaped the history of the 8 scribes into myth and legend. Except, they were writing in the book. Okay, I don't know if they're myth. She claps her hands, bursts into laughter, and performs some sort of dance. Ruki stares at all of this and leans in close to Hedwyn. Hey, so, what gives? First the reader, now we're taking her along? What, we're gonna take in every mite-bitten drive imp we find now, too? Easy, Ruki. I think you'd want for us to bring this one along. Who, Sandalwood? Sandalwood? The apparent name of some mysterious informant of Hedwyn, Jodariel, and Ruki. I thought you said he asked we find someone to fit in every type of mask. Near as I can tell, yours would fit her just fine. He asked that we use our best judgment. Besides, we send her away. She'll go telling him when she finds about us. We can't risk that right now. Why do they care? Are there bandits? Are there something? So, can I come in? It's very hot, and I'm a little thirsty, and a little tired, too. Yes, you're welcome here with us. One question, though. What do we call you? Well, this is embarrassing, but I think I don't know for sure. It's just back home, they called me lots of names, like, for the color of my hair. They made fun of you just 'cause you got gray hair? That's it! My name rhymes with gray! My name, it's just, they called me lots of names. You sense the girl is struggling to recollect a certain name she felt best suited her. You think that you can help the stowaway girl make peace with her name. Since her name is May, K, Faye, Day, Zay, Shay, Ray. She could definitely be a Faye, of that you have no doubt. She does look like she'd be a K. She could be a May, doesn't she? Consider other possibilities. Lay, Che, Nay, Tay, Zay. Gay the Grey was perhaps how her tormentors made light of her. Since her name is Bay, this one cannot possibly be right, can it? Oh. Oh, that one, it's gotta be, she's gotta be Bay. I just can't. I think we're all in agreement about this one, aren't we? That she's Bay. I think. Is she Bay? I don't know yet. I'm not sure. What do you all say? And yes, your favorite part is when something gives me the giggles. Gotta vote for Bay from Damien. Alright. Gotta vote from Bay for Segfault. I know that Confusion regretted not calling her version of this character Bay. You suggested the stowaway's girl's name is Bay, a young vagabond girl with an odd manner and an unshakable sense of curiosity. Why, that's it. My name is Bay. My name is Bay. From where I'm from, they called me Bay the Bloodless. But I guess maybe you don't have to say that part, because I didn't really like it. Your fellow exiles decide to bring Bay along for now. She almost collapses from exhaustion, so you take her in and show her where she can rest. Bay joined the group. She is tired but excited. Welcome her aboard. The Black Wagon arrives in a somewhat peaceful stretch of Jomur Valley. Your companions wish to hole up here for the night to give Bay and all of you a little time to rest. Black Wagon? Huh? Oh, there she is. Let's talk to her first. Bay seems to be recovering well since you found her. She seems fascinated by everything and everyone in the wagon. Oh, hi, mister. You're the one who knew my name. You guessed it right, you did. Thank you for your hospitality. I've just been eating with the imps and talking to the wagon. What? This wagon, he and I are the same age, almost to the day. But I'm older by 3 weeks, so I'm giving him a hard time. Think she might have been out in the heat a little long. Little brother, I call him. He's a good wagon, isn't he? He'll take us very, very far. My little brother, sure, he pulls at my hair at times, and I don't like it very much. But he's family. I'm happy to be here with my family. Thought that I'd lost them all again. I thought that I had lost them all. But we have stopped now, haven't we? Then I should go outside to dance in case the scribes are watching. Bye, mister. Smiling back at you, she prances out the door. Okay. Rookie's eating his share. Hedwyn is having a drink with Jodariel. Jodariel's stuff is apparently not around. Lone Minstrel is still unresponsive. Let's see what it says about her in the roster. Oh, she hasn't joined the roster yet. Okay. Consider your options. Oh, her item is the rug. Gotcha. Your fellow exiles are taking a moment to unwind. Jodariel, notions for you to join them. Best get used to your new life here, reader. We seldom get moments of reprieve. Perhaps some further study of that book will pass the time. You could join me for a little stroll if you're feeling up to it. Always something to be foraged around here. Or you could teach us more of what you know. Prepare us for the next rite. In any case, we do what we can to stay busy. Keeps the sense of isolation well at bay. Certain junctures you may choose from several vocations, ways in which you can make yourself useful during the occasional moments of free time. Use what time you have. Okay, I can forage for resources to search the surrounding area for valuables to add to your Black Wagon stash of goods. Study in private. Hone your skills as a reader to grant small global bonuses to your fellow exiles during the rites. Or mentor a companion and teach your fellow exiles of the old ways to raise their individual rank in the rites more quickly. Huh. So I can give everybody a bonus. I can potentially get some stuff. Or I can help somebody level. What do y'all think? The bonuses from the book are permanent. Oh. Okay. Items are also permanent, and I'm sure that the experience they get is also permanent. Okay, I'm still not sure. What do y'all think? Should we mentor somebody? Should we forage, or should we study in private? What do you think? Anybody got ideas? I'm not sure. I think there's probably, at this point in the game, an hour or so in, no wrong answer. How about that? I'm going to study. Because I like that book. You find a relatively quiet clearing to study the Book of Rites with undivided attention. An ancient manuscript revealing a mystic path to freedom from the downside. For centuries, the teaching of the 8 scribes have been passed down through oral tradition alone. So basically, they don't have holy books up in the Commonwealth. It's all the oral tradition, which is... well, the oral tradition can be corrupted now, can't it? Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence, attribute bonuses you bestow on all of your fellow exiles who participate in the rites. The triumvirate whose reader is well attuned to the book has an inherent edge against its adversaries. Can't do glory yet. I can do prowess. I can do teachings in the wisdom, hope. Its authors and their prowess for quickness, and its innate mystic presence for power for presence. Speed is good. Speed is very, very good. Concentrate on your knowledge of the 8 scribes and how together they compose the Book of Rites among their many feats. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. Gain the reader's influence, celerity. Continue your journey. I want to see, real quick, I want to see if I can find, where's the rug? Oh, Jody's throw rug, fashioned from a howler's hide, sends their ilk a clear message. Jodariel says not to step on it. Understood! Okay. Path to freedom beckons you to press on. Path leading further west splits off. Once again, your fellow exiles turn the choice of where to go over to you. Bay seems enthusiastic for whichever route you choose. I can go to Glue Hive. The north route across the Jomora Valley passes the remains of the Hive Titan. Bay believes those who travel this path shall be as strong as Goal of the 8 scribes. Fall Flat. The south route across the Jomora Valley is riddled with barren rock and bone. Bay believes those who travel this path shall be swift as the Jomora of the 8 scribes. So basically, strength bonus, speed bonus. I'm gonna go with speed. Bay is behaving stranger than usual as you traverse the dry flats of Fall Flat. The south route across the Jomora Valley is riddled with barren rock and bone. Even the wild curs of the valley avoid the oppressive heat of this place. This was the path that Jomora Manymane ran across so many times. Can you not feel his presence? Him and all his friends, here in the sand and in the air and all about? Jomora Manymane, 6th of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Brave or the Alpha Chief. An Alpha Chief that united the curs under a single banner and charted half the known world. Interesting. At first you pay it little heed, though later you observe your fellow exiles seem to have more of a lightness in their step. Perhaps it was the previous day's rest that did everyone good. Your companions granted +1 quickness for the next rite. Journey onwards. En route to the spring of Jomora, you hear all about the roving slug market, which appears to be nearby. Ruki insists you take a look after you settle in. Slug market being where? Page revealed. The Last Emperor. Slug market. Excuse me. Slug market, where you can trade your foraged goods for things of greater values. Interact to browse the wares. Hey, guys! Hey, how's it going, Mr. Greentail? Been a while and all that. The hell are you? Hey, Ron. It's going. Ron. He is a traveling sales creature and proprietor of the Downside Slug Market. Say, how come you've set up shop all the way out here? Isn't this a little out of the way? Oh, well, let's just say you guys, you ain't my only customers. You see, Dad and I, we know this business pretty good, and we've been around the block, and so... As Ron keeps blathering, Ruki signals to you in a furtive way. Here's the deal, chum. Got an informant says there's something here connected to the rights business. See if you can spot it. Should be able to pawn off some of our stuff to make the trade. And don't even worry about Falcon Ron. So anyways, you guys got something for me or what? That plain parcel you got there, I can take it off your paws if you want. Okay? Hey, you know I'll take it, Mr. Greentail, that you drive a pretty hard bargain. Nah, you gotta take something off my hands here or what? Mooncrest. After being banished by an adversary, the bearer has a chance to return immediately, 30%. That's the one I gotta pick, huh? That's a one-of-a-kind thinger you got there, you know. You got yourself a real good deal from me as well, so thanks. Switch to the roster to equip the talisman. Apparently, any one of us bozos can get a little edge out of that thing during the rites, I mean. Just a question of who gets to try it out. Each of your fellow exiles may have a talisman equipped. Decide who shall wield it. Alright, so the Moon Crest. After being banished by an adversary, the bearer has a chance to return immediately 30%. Trinket resembling the intricate sigil of the Nightwings. It shines with a faint light. So do I want to give that somebody like Jodariel, who I really need to anchor my defense, and thus if she gets banished, that's bad. Or do I want to give it to somebody like Ruki, who's going to be in danger of getting banished because I'm running him all over the place and doesn't have much aura? The fact that that guy's giggling in my ear is really creeping me out. Oh. There we go. Everything's lagging out a bit. Alright, we're going to give it to Ruki because he gets banished a lot because he's in danger and running the ball a lot. Anyway, Dad over here, his feet, you know, we've been having trouble with his feet, getting real something or other from all the hoofing around, and so you see. Ruki indicates to you that now would be a good time to depart. Lunar Glass. I'm going to see what else they have, just to see the item descriptions. Lunar Glass costs 200. While carrying the orb, the bearer moves faster than usual, 10%. A light and reflective bit of something fallen from the stars. It seems lighter still at night. Kerfang. When plunging into the adversary's pyre, the bearer deals bonus damage +2. Thank you, Confusion. Yeah, shut up. An old tooth from a cur who no longer needs it, though its owner gone, her fiery spirit lives. Ashen Coal. At the start of a rite, the bearer's pyre automatically gains 7 points. Brittle clump of ash from a ritual pyre, still faintly warm to the touch somehow. Alright. See ya, Mr. Greentail. And your friend there, too. I like him. Seems real nice, you know? Alright. Black Wagon. Headwind's there. Ruki is waiting for nightfall. Headwind's nearby. Right there. Jody's throw rug. She's meditating. Lone Minstrel is still unresponsive. Book of Rites. The Last Emperor. In the words of Golathanian, the Master General, how many nations did I scour in the name of Solium Mur? How many countries fell before our spears and blades? Such questions mattered less to me with every passing victory. Our legions swelled across the land, and our dominion grew. The Emperor Solium Mur paid all this little heed. He only tended to his personal affairs. Our legions relished the autonomy. We did not know that the Emperor cared nothing for his legions, nor his people. He cared only for that which was before him. One day he learned of such a thing as to be sent... God damn it. Of such a thing as to befit his name, and vowed to seek it out. Okay. That's interesting. And the stars in his eyes are actual stars. They're pentagrams. They're not broken pentacles like the right symbol, but they're real. They're full. Interesting. And then there's 8 symbols above his head. Interesting. And then the mask down here. God, I want to know. I want to know everything. Hedwyn, he seems to have something on his mind. Interact to speak with him. Hedwyn motions for you to join him. While his manner is as easygoing as ever, you sense he is searching for the right words for what he is about to say. You asked what I did to get thrown in here. Figured I'd tell you. The others know. I was on the Blood Border for several years. Blood Border. The northern edge of the Commonwealth is a flat and vulnerable expanse. The Highwing remnants seized upon it at every opportunity from the cover of clouds or darkness. An outrider. No real rank, but a pretty important job. Whenever the Harps swooped in, it was up to me to raise the alarm. Harps, a winged race, also known as the Highwing remnants, at war with the Commonwealth. They're as coarse as their feathers. They hold themselves superior. The Archjustice Andrabeles the Ninth. One day the Harps came without warning. No alarm. It was a slaughter. So I heard, because I wasn't there. I was with one of them. Look, that's a story for another time. The point is, they branded me Hedwyn the Deserter before they sent me here. I didn't want to fight. I abandoned my post. My friends, they paid dearly for it. I ended up down here. Hedwyn looks at you as his smile reappears. It's not something I like to talk about, as you can tell. But I know that you've been wondering, and you deserve to know. I made a promise to you earlier when first we met, that you'd go free if any of us go free. That promise might not carry that much weight, I guess, coming from a deserter. Anyway, that's all. Thank you for hearing me out. There's not much good here in the downside, but at least the past is behind us. He leaves you there to consider his words. Roster bio updated. Hedwyn. While serving on the Blood Border, by chance he had a run-in with a lone enemy Harp. They felt a powerful connection and escaped together rather than fight each other to the death as would have been expected. He lost contact with her after their encounter, and left his post in search of her. But he was caught and exiled. In the downside he found Jodariel, who looked after him when he was a child. In time he caught wind of an unbelievable rumor, and first heard the name of Sandalwood. Huh. So, she cared for him as a child. Interesting. Commence the rite. As you complete preparations for the rites to commence, you notice Bay approaching. You notice, too, that she is wearing your companion's raiments. We can go home? Bay, I thought I made myself quite clear that you were not to touch those robes. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Dariel. I just thought that maybe you were being funny at the time. Unbelievable. Who could think that Jodariel was being joking? She has no sense of humor. Hey, something's happening in the sky. I think we're up. Ah, so they make me use the new person. Here we go. Sonata. I can't believe he has a bird wife. Had,
Frida,
sort of.
What brings you to the spring of Jomir? Why, it must have been the stars. Although it seems that your triumvirate now numbers 4 exiles, not the expected 3. The rules of the rites were not created for you to besmirch. Prepare now to confront the fate. They still honor the traditions of the scribes, and surely have been longing for this chance. But first, you have a choice to make.
The sky burns bright once more as your next adversaries is in the rites approach. Their apparent leader is a bent old cur who regards you with a formal bow. At his side is an intense young man who has clearly made himself up to look like a dog despite the fact that he isn't one. Interesting. Okay. This is... okay. I hail you, exiles of the Nightwings, and I am grateful that you chose to grace us with your presence once again. I am called Dalbert Oldheart, and this is my son, Almer. Dalbert Oldheart is an honorable old cur bent on upholding the sacred traditions of the rites with his son. Almer Oldheart. He is the dutiful foster son of Dalbert Oldheart and very protective of him above all else. We need not greet them, father. We shall face you in the field this night, and may the victor's pyre burn eternal. But first we offer you a token of good faith, in show of appreciation that the Nightwings have returned. Dalbert approaches you with something in his paw. You sense his motives are sincere as he hands you a small talisman. You received a Tailwind Crest from Dalbert. Tailwind Crest grants the bearer 2 quickness. A forged metal brooch, cool to the touch, depicting some triumph of the Sea Dominion. Thank him, and begin. That cur was very kind. And his son. He was so caring, wasn't he? When can we start? I want to help you beat them. We need 3 of us exactly to conduct a rite. But we've got 4 now, besides the reader. This ought to be his call. If someone has to stand aside this time, I volunteer. No volunteering, chum. It ought to be the reader's call, remember? Very well, then, reader. Who shall it be? Henceforth you shall choose 3 exiles to conduct each rite. Prepare to make your choice.
The rite shall begin forthwith.
Alright. Definitely going to use Jody to anchor. Yep, I'm not worrying about that right now. It's going to someone else.
Jodariel.
As you will. She's going to get the speed boost. Because Ruki's already holding something else. Her aura is not as big, but she is faster and almost as hopeful as Headwind, so we're going to go with that. She can jump, sprint, and cast. She appears to be a vagabond who's wandered the downside for some time and has somehow managed to get by. Her simple and sincere demeanor suggests she was likely shunned in the Commonwealth, would have been considered as savage by the standards there. Savage, men and women ostracized for their deficiencies or differences, even prior to their sentencing. Also called the Moon-Touched, they proved overly resistant to the principles of lawful society. Interesting. She seems unusually interested in... Commonwealth doesn't sound very tolerant, now does it? Alright, Bay, let's see what you got. Bay. Oh, me? Thank you. Thank you for believing in me, because I think the scribes do too. And Ruki, because he's super fast. Don't have to tell me twice, chum.
Very well.
Hey, I'll have other chances. I think you did the right thing. Nightwings, I trust you are all well prepared, for these old eyes yet see that the rites shall be commencing momentarily. Are you quite ready too, my son?
Father.
I hope so, father. Here, now, let me show you.
Now begin. Too bad for that one.
Ah, should have jumped.
Ferocity unbridled.
Oh, no, you don't. Boom!
Favorable start. Somebody get the orb.
Boom!
Yes.
Okay, she rushes. She doesn't sprint. Gotcha. Look forth, my son. The waters of Jomur Many-Mane bring blessings unto us this eve. Perhaps our chance has come at last. We need more than blessings to prevail against them, Father. Please, keep fighting. Collect moon drops.
A boon come from the stars themselves. But shall it be enough for Dalbert and his family?
Oh, extra stamina. Oh, fuck. Right.
Now, take it.
Rookie!
Scribes.
Ah,
The scribes ordain.
bugger.
Begone.
Boom!
Remember everything that you hold dear.
Okay.
Dalbert dispatched with ease.
Ah, missed it.
The orb.
Ah! No! God!
So close.
Oh, God! God damn it.
From this place.
No!
Seize the orb.
Boom!
Brazen.
Oh, God, but now my big defender is gone.
No more than a lick of flame remains. Now then.
Boom! Whew!
The night winds prevail. It was a glorious performance, I must say.
Kept getting myself trapped in that bottom corner.
Perhaps you
Jeez.
shan't be quite so fortunate next time.
It seems we have prevailed. I need to change where my camera... Oh, no, there's nowhere a good place to put my...